Hey, what's going on everybody? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at Transformers The Last Night Premiere Edition Voyager Scorn. Now this is obviously the Voyager version of Scorn, the Dinobot as seen in Age of Extinction, and I don't recall him even being in The Last Night, but maybe I just didn't notice. Anyway, this is a Voyager version of that character, and you know, from the outset he looks pretty cool. His helmet is a little bit weird looking, weird face sculpt so far, but you know, that may change once I have him actually open up and in hand. As you can see, we got a nice image of his Spinosaurus mode on there on the front and the side here, glowing eyes and mouth for whatever reason. And on the back here you can see he transforms in 23 steps. You've got an image of his Dino mode and robot mode back here, and a co-sale for Decepticon Nitro, which I did see in the store, but just not interested enough to pay $30 for this guy, so there you go. Yeah, so that's really all there is to it. He's a demolition specialist according to the package. There's not really any other real pertinent information, so I'm just going to go ahead, get this guy opened up, and we're going to check him out right now. Alright guys, so here is Scorn in his Spinosaurus mode, and he's actually quite nice. I was a bit surprised, to be honest with you. So here he is. He's also rather large. I don't know if you can kind of tell, but he does expand quite a bit for his transformation, and ends up being a pretty decently sized dinosaur. Just to give you an idea, let's break out the old ruler majig here, and we can see he is roughly about 35 centimeters long. So yeah, 35 centimeters, that is roughly 14 inches, going by that very rough estimate. But that's a pretty impressive dinosaur. And he's got some decent articulation going on here. He does have ball-jointed dino arms, like that. Very nice, smooth ball joints there. He can, of course, move his dino legs. He does have a knee as well, just because those are just his robot legs all crunched up. He can rotate and move that dino tail around. It can go up quite a bit and down quite a bit. And he does have some articulation in his head as well, back and forth, side to side rather. You can rotate it. The mouth can open a decent amount. And the head can go up only slightly. It is kind of stopped by these spines, but then his head can go down quite a decent amount as well. So very cool, very nice articulation in the dinosaur mode. So I should mention that right out of the package, I did have a problem that I had to fix on my figure. So my version of Scorn, his arm right here was reversed. This red piece was rotated around, so it was causing this kind of bump here to hit this little piece, the chest piece here. So he couldn't actually get his arm folded over like it's supposed to. It would just stick out kind of like that, and that's as far as it could go. But now it actually does go and peg in the way it's supposed to on his dino chest, and it was actually very easy to fix the rotation. You just pop the dinosaur arms off, and there is a pin straight through these ball joints. It goes all the way through, and I just pushed that pin out with just a little pin punch, and it was really easy. And then the arm just came right out, and I just rotated it and stuck everything back together. So it was annoying that I had to fix that, but it really wasn't that bad at all. So overall, very cool Spinosaurus mode. I do like it quite a bit. You get a lot of nice movement out of this head. You rotate it all around, so that's just really cool. I think he's got some... I think he's got blue eyes behind there. It's really hard to see, but I think he does have some blue eyes. I don't know if they're light piped or if they're just painted on. They might be light piped. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, but he does have some blue eyes back there. And I'm just ruining his head like that. Anyway, so yeah, really, really cool. The tail is super nicely articulated. You curl it up just like that, straighten it out, and again, you can swing it, rotate it from side to side, however you like. So very, very cool. Sorry about that. I seem to be having a lot of camera problems today. I don't know what's going on. You may even have noticed the background is kind of the plastic stuff. I'm in the middle of a painting project, so I do apologize. But anyway, so transformation is rather simple. So all you want to do here is first we're going to go ahead and grab the dino legs, and we're just going to pull these out to the side and unpeg these just like that. And just like that on both sides. And you can see he does have a little hole here for a stand, a display stand. I don't see one designated specifically for the dyno mode, but I imagine you could probably just use the same one for either mode. It is a bit covered up, but you might still be able to kind of get a figure stand attached in there. I'm not entirely sure, honestly. But anyway. So yeah, you're gonna go ahead and unpeg those just like that and like that. Okay, you're gonna unpeg the arm here from the front, and then we're gonna go ahead and unpeg the chest pieces, or the tail rather, from the butt end, and then the arms from this end here, the dino arms. And those are all gonna just flop down just like that. So next up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and rotate this whole section around, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring the pelvis bits down here like so, and we're just gonna peg those together. And now we want to flip these little fake dino jaws down, just to get those out of the way so we can rotate the legs down just like that. Okay. Next thing we want to do is bring this whole section out. So we want to take these two red bits here. We just want to pull these out. You can see they kind of tab onto these little, there's a little slot there and a tab there. And now we're going to bring this whole section down. We're going to flip this section up. That's going to reveal the robot head. And now we want to take our dinosaur head. And actually I did that a little bit backwards. We want to split this apart again because we need the clearance to actually get this whole bit under here. So we can actually rotate the dinosaur head down. And I think it goes this way. Yeah, it goes that way. So chin down. And then that just goes into the back of the robot just like that. And then these slots are going to fit onto these tabs right here. So we can go ahead and tab those in on both sides. And then you can kind of fold up the fins however suits you best. You can leave them out if you'd rather. You can fold them back, whatever makes you happy. And then we can go and fold the pelvis together, just like that. We can come up here and fold these bits over, and they're going to peg onto the sides of the robot torso here. In theory, I mean, you know, it's always a kind of a crapshoot. Oh, see, I was doing it wrong. So what you want is to actually rotate this around so that this slot is facing out to the back, so it'll tab onto this tab. It's just kind of weird because you can rotate this around and it doesn't necessarily follow it, but it does have a stopping point. So just rotate it like that, and then it'll peg on. And do the same on the other side, just bring it up, and then that should tab on just like that. Alright. Let's lift this up. I'll probably knock the camera over again because I've done it 3 times already. So you just want to go ahead and rotate this around this way to bring this forward as his arm. And then we want to go ahead and get the dinosaur arms kind of out of the way. I like to just kind of put them up like that, which is fine. And then you can see the arm for the robot, and you can even rotate it like that and then rotate the rest around so he doesn't have the gorilla arm syndrome and he's got just a regular arm. And then let's do the legs here. So we just want to come down here, and we're just going to go ahead and rotate the leg. We're going to flip this piece, the heel piece, back up like that. And we're going to flip that around and then flip that back up. And that's going to be our knee pad. And just do the same on the other side. Oop. Just make sure you flip that up and flip it back. And there you have his legs rather. All set. And there you have Scorn in robot mode. Alright, so I think Scorn is actually a quite nice looking robot. He's got some good, decent articulation going on. Let's take a look at that head, which is kind of the weirdest part. I know it's a style of armor, but it does look just a little bit weird with that crazy long chin going on there. You can see that chin, super chin. But, I mean, overall, it looks pretty decent. You can see he does have a screw in the back of his head. His head is just on a ball joint. You can get a little bit of extra movement just from the transformation joint, but it does look a little bit funny. And it's probably meant to tab in, but it's just a little loosey-goosey. So he does have full rotation on his shoulders, just like that. And the arm that has the tail on it can go rotate out like that. It can straighten all the way out. He does have an elbow in this gray section here, so it does rotate independently of this bit here. And then you can also fold the tail sections in quite a bit, so you can get a nice whipping pose and all kinds of cool stuff. So he's got really cool articulation as far as that is concerned. You can see the joints underneath. I would have liked maybe for this to just be an accessory, since he doesn't actually have any accessories, and then have even a wrist that like folds in under here, or holds this, kind of like Beast Wars Megatron sort of scenario. But his arm is just a big tail, which is fine. Whatever, it is what it is. No waist articulation, unfortunately. He does have outer movement in this arm as well. Again, full rotation. He does have a nice deep elbow. And he does have a wrist swivel that you saw before. And he does also have finger articulation. He can open and close his fist, and he even has a little slot to hold accessories, although he does not include any, as we've already mentioned. So, but it's really cool that he has those. Legs can go quite high, as you can see. They can go pretty far back also. A decent knee bend. He does have a thigh swivel. He does have some really nice foot articulation as well. So this foot can go up and back and have a nice, decent, deep tilt in as well. So very, very cool overall. And of course you can finagle his back fins really however you like, whatever makes you happy with those. You can just move around whatever you enjoy. You can flip that back if you want to, or leave it out. I think I like to have it kind of out as sort of a deadly shield on his back kind of situation. But you can get some decent poses out of this guy thanks to that leg and foot articulation and the you know, the nice rotation in the arm, so you can actually get some pretty cool stuff going on with this guy. So yeah, actually, I think they did a really nice job with this updated version of Scorn. Now, would I have liked to see this guy in a leader class size? Of course I would. Any kind of Dinobots I want to see in as large a size as possible. But if, you know, if Voyager is what we get, I'm glad they did as good a job as they did with this guy. I think he really comes through. He's got a lot of nice character to him. He's much less bland, I guess, in this form. I mean, I really enjoyed the deluxe figure too. I'm sorry I don't have that to compare at this point, but he's locked away in storage somewhere. I haven't had time to actually retrieve him. But I mean, I did enjoy the deluxe as well, but I think this guy just pretty much improves on nearly every level as the deluxe. So I'm very happy with him. Definitely one of my favorite Voyagers from the line. I love the Megatron, and now Scorn is up there certainly as well. So very cool. So, Voyager Scorn. I'm happy to get as many of these Dinobots as possible. Just because I love Dinobots. So that's going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. Sorry about all the video issues. Hopefully I'll have the wherewithal to cut most of those out. But if not, thanks for your patience. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll be back with more Transformers real soon, so stick around for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.